in them Porsches. Can't handle afford it. 4200 my
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
It is 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. How we live. They don't love her, they just love it. How we live. How love it, how we live. How we live. How we live it, how we live it, how we live. How we live.
The Staples Center. For a Western Conference contest with the Los Angeles Clippers here in L.A. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position.
If you look at Chris Paul, you're looking at a guy who really is the standard bearer of point guards. I mean, he can pass, he can score, he plays great defense, he also competes. But what makes him the floor general that all others are measured against, really the instincts and leadership.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. 4 on the shot clock. Launches it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's the Warriors' ball. Going back to Chris Paul, if you could build a point guard from scratch, Clark, he might be the model.
Yeah, I tell you what, you could do much worse than him, that's for sure. One of the very best. 6 times he's led the NBA in steals. Just an incredible all-around player. One of the greatest team leaders, I think, in the history of the league as well.
Over the last 2 seasons, he's led the league in assists, you're right. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
And last year, you could see Paul was hobbled in their loss to the Rockets in the second round. Still, most players wouldn't even have made it back out on the floor, much less been as effective as he was during the postseason.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing about Paul. He doesn't need to be blazing fast or quick to beat you. He can play seemingly on one leg and still dismantle a defense.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Paul against Thompson. Paul passes to Mbah-a-Moute. Jordan the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. At the elbow, Griffin. And Crawford with the basket on the assist by Griffin. And it's a tie ball game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
The drive by Thompson. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for. That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Thompson from long range. And again, no good by Golden State.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Crawford against Thompson. From deep three-point range. Feeds to Amute. Stolen by Thompson. Trying to get back on track. It's tipped, but they get it back. And Curry, here we go. Green kicks to Bogut. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years. Ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. There's Crawford with the three. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. Green against Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. The fader. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. Warriors trail by 3. The drive by Iguodala. And it's blocked by Jordan. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. No good on the 3.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
And the Clippers miss again.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now the Clippers moving it up. And Crawford with the basket on the assist from Van Mute. Crawford's got 5 points so far. Warriors trail by 3.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever. But also of note, it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
But they get it back. Iguodala no good.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on. How to do it all by himself like that.
And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Iguodala. On the perimeter, Maurice Spates out there with Green, and it's Livingston in at the point.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
Here's Iguodala, following the score by Jamal Crawford. On up the court.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
And Green gets it to go.
Assist goes to
Clippers leading by 5. Stolen by Thompson. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break for the 3. Mbamute pulls it in. And Mbaamute's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack. And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Livingston signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7", who's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it, and easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get it.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
There's Crawford with the 3, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Iguodala's drive. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now here's Paul. To the paint and stolen by Spates. Now the Warriors moving it up. Iguodala's running and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Paul kicks to Mbamute. Paul with the ball, picked up by Thompson. Here's Crawford. 9 points in the game so far. Picked by Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Now, here's Mbamute. Crawford right side. Misses off the left iron.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Mbamute with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Griffin dishes to Mbamute. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Mbamute has got 6.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
Well, most coaches, you know, we usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Spates. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And taken away by Paul. Crawford passes to Jordan. Andre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone. He would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Thompson is double, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
.112 left in the first half. The drive by Paul. Here is Mbamute, and again, no good by the Clippers. Warriors trail by 9. Crawford with the rebound. Paul kicks to Mbamute. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Mbamute has got 8.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now here's Paul after the miss from Stephen Curry. The dish now to Mbamute. Pass to Griffin. Over to the left wing. And Mbamute kicks to Crawford. Offline from the top of the key.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Klay Thompson. For 3.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Paul penetrating. Here's Griffin. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside. And so that brings
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest lead during the open. And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
The second half just about to get going here. Jamal Crawford really making a difference here.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Mbamute in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Griffin with it. Now Green defending. Here is Mbamute. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start. And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of...
And a sloppy stretch for him. Now 2 turnovers in 3 minutes. He's got to focus in and value the ball.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Here's the 3. Green with the rebound.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Thompson.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Leans from outside. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Crawford missing again. Warriors trail by 3. Shot from the wing. Again, the miss by Thompson. Crawford against Curry. Thompson comes with the double team. Crawford missing again.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Pass to Curry. It's good. This game is all even. Curry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Paul against Thompson. Here's Jordan. Here's Griffin. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. Last season, DeAndre Jordan was as efficient as it gets on offense. A dunking machine, we know for sure. His defense is maybe the best individually at the rim in the league. He covers a lot of areas.
He does. And Jordan did have almost all of his points come right at the rim. And you talked about that efficiency. How about 71% field goal percentage?
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut to just 1 on the basket from Barbosa.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
They get the rebound.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Kicks it out to Crawford. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to. Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
It's Curry outside, and it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 6 rebounds in the game. Green with the block. It's Iguodala with the drive. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he'd been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Curry's shot is good.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Crawford against Barbosa. Crawford outside. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Attention, Staples Center, please.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Warriors shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Rush out there with Harrison Barnes. Then it's Curry. Then there's Festus Ezeli, and it's Clark in at the 2. Paul dishes to Jordan. Back to Paul. From deep three-point range, no luck. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. From downtown, and the rejection by Ezeli. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Spates checked in for Ezeli.
Spates.
Curry against Paul. In the corner, it's Crawford. From past the arc, and the shot is good. Crawford's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
It's Curry outside. No good. Good work defensively by Paul. Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And Baamute can't get it to go.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
From deep, and the Warriors miss again. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Paul kicks to Crawford, shoots, and it's Spates with the rebound.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Ian Clark. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Griffin's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Curry passes to Thompson. Barnes dishes to Spates. This one for 3, and the Warriors miss again.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon, because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint. And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Clippers trail by 5. Paul outside. And the Clippers miss again.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
And he gets it back. The drive by Jordan, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
How about that game for Jordan? He's got 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Wow. Boy, they just can't seem to catch a break at the line here in the second half. But you know what? I think at the free throw line, you often make your own breaks. It's one thing to get there. The other half of it is you got to knock them down.
Paul kicks to Jordan. To halt the run. That doesn't go either for Jordan.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help. Kevin,
not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score. Not the kind of pass you want to be making right there. He's lucky it wasn't stolen.
There's a minute left in the game. Paul with the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
Thompson misses.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Warriors ball.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Curry attacking. For 3. But they recover it. Bogut kicks to Curry. The tray. They get it back. Green passes to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Looking to end the drought. Connects!
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution on the
7 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got the intentional foul.
shooting for Los Angeles.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Paul for 3. No good there. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.